Welcome to Star Citizen. So, there are two ships that you can start out in Star Citizen with. These are the cheapest one. The CO Mustang Alpha and the RSI Aurora MR, which I have right here. And I prefer this one. It doesn't mean that Mustang Alpha is bad. It's actually better in some stats. But it doesn't give the flexibility that the RSI Aurora gives you. From outside, the ship of course doesn't look much. Doesn't really have that much firepower, and is stuck with size 1 weapons. Now the reason I prefer this ship is its flexibility. The ship has interior with the bed and is quite capable of doing most kinds of missions. First of all, it's a ship that can carry boxes. You have access to its inventory, so you can bring in extra ammo, extra armors, extra med pens, whatever you wish. You can also keep extra items in here. Plus, if you're in a hurry, you can just log out in space because, well, you have access to your bed. That is the flexibility that I often seek with the ships that I have. I try to get some loot, store it on my ship. Then again, this ship really doesn't have that much space, but hey, there still is some. When I started out with this game, I really wasn't into combat, I wasn't into anything like that. Well, maybe ship combat. So I tried to kind of keep myself to myself, and I think RSI Aurora was good for that because it gave me the flexibility to do what I want, deliver boxes, deliver cargo, do what is needed. The ship kind of feels like a jack of all trades and a master of none. Still pretty good for what it can do, although if you're gonna do some heavy duty bounty missions where there is some actual ship fighting, you probably don't want this. Compared to Mustang Alpha, the ship is kind of lacking in the firepower department. But then again, Mustang Alpha ain't so heavy-duty firepower ship itself. The type of mission I'm doing right here, the Setup Prolent one, a similar one was one of my first missions that I started out with. So these missions have kind of kept close to my heart, and especially when doing the starting money. Now I do have the boxes, but I'm also after some armor, so I picked up the lightest armor that I could get because this ship's inventory actually isn't that big. I should be able to hold at least light armor, I believe. Let's see. No, maybe I can't. So I'm gonna remove the pieces one by one. We'll see if it fits. I think theoretically it should fit. I mean, unless the arms weigh a lot or the undersuit. Yeah, 64%. That's actually pretty good. I could store a weapon or two in here as well. The ship is decent if you're gonna pick up some extra armor weapons. You can even leave the body in here and, well, fly to your spaceport and store it there. Most of this is the flexibility that you really cannot get with the Mustang Alpha. Since it does have some firepower, you can do missions that can involve ship combat. Although, it might take a while with these weapons. Still, if you're a crack shot, it shouldn't be a problem. I am flying in a stock variant, so I don't really have filled, or to be honest, I forgot to fill my third and fourth weapons slot. So I'm kind of stuck with these two guns and the two rockets I have on top. Sadly, the Mustang Alpha also starts out with two guns, but at least those are size 2. The only really good thing about size 1 weapons is they fire very, very rapidly. Now the weapons aren't really that likely to heat up because you're gonna run out of ammo before you can actually get to that overheating section of these size 1 weapons. Now, this constant rate of fire can kinda help you if you aren't a good shot, so just landing a couple of hits, even if you are horrible at aiming, can help to keep your opponent's shields down. Also, having all gimbals filled with your laser weapons can make it look awesome when you're firing all 4 at once. Well, both of these ships are pretty decent, but the flexibility is just given to the RSI Aurora MR, so that's the reason I prefer this ship. It is lacking in the acceleration department, in the maneuvering department, even the firepower department, but just having the inventory, the flexibility to carry boxes, to do more missions that you can't really do with the Mustang Alpha, that is the flexibility that I usually look for, and that's why I pick this ship. Well, Mustang Alpha is considered a fighter, while RSI Aurora is considered an explorer, so that's where the differences come in, and these major differences, or minor depending on what you think of this, are the ones that make this ship a preferred variant for me. But hey, if you're not a fan of doing missions, deliveries, anything like that, you just want to use the fighter for fighting, the Mustang Alpha is gonna be your choice. As I said, flexibility is my thing. But anyways, thanks for watching.